Good morning. My podium has gone from up here to down here to over here, and now we're here. Before long, I'm going to be way down there. They're trying to get me front and center. Okay. Whatever you say, Lynn. Thank you. And there's a hymnal. I'm sure there's a reason for that, too. If somebody wants to share that, that's okay. But anyway, I just wanted to say good morning, and the brutally hot heat seems to have started to dissipate a little bit. It's feeling a little bit better out there, which is so nice. So anyway, so I'm so glad you all came this morning. Patsy, did you give me our patriotic song? Did you give me our patriotic song? It's America the Beautiful. Oh, beautiful forest, gracious skies, amber waves of grain, o'er purple mountains, majesty, above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. This morning's invocation will be given to us by Robin Gray. Hi. Good morning. Surprise. Looking this way.
Yeah, I decided to sit over there. That's what you need to do in a church, is you need to keep changing the pew you sit in, right?
Whatever you say.
You have to.
Okay.
Elsewise, you sit next to the same people all the time, and you don't get to know anybody new. Right. Well, after that little sermon, please adopt whatever attitude of prayer or meditation is comfortable for you. We come together this morning seeking the joys of community, the opportunities to laugh, to cry a little, to share our hopes and dreams, and to know that in this community there are people who care. And as the rain showers down on our land, giving fruit to trees and making plants grow, the food that we use for sustenance, let us take for ourselves a portion of the shower of love that over and around us lies. May the love of God and the hope for the future dwell in each of us this day forevermore. Amen.
Thank you so much. I'd like to start with, in spite of what she said to me, an announcement. And just for that, you're coming up here. Move it down.
I asked for a few minutes to tell you that Monday Night Music starts the 23rd. Okay, now, I want to go a little bit of detail about this. I found out when I got a new list for the faculty, I didn't know many of them anymore. They got old like I did and had all retired, so I had all these names, and none of the names said whether they beat a drum or sing, or play the piano, what. It was just names. So they completely ignored any things that I tried to get in touch with them. But I found out something else. FSU, the music school, has started a group to help with people outside of the campus. So I inherited 3 wonderful young people who are on the faculty now, on the staff, and they have gone all out, and we have got all kinds of different things coming this year. I'm starting with something that we've never had before, and it's on the 23rd. I hope all of you will come. It's a 4-hand piano recital. It's a husband and wife who both have their PhDs from FSU. They are marvelous. It'll be 1 piano and 4 hands. Okay, so be sure and come. Now, to change a little bit, the next week the trombones are coming back, okay? I'm always glad about the trombone, especially that night I walked in and there was 28 on the stage. But please don't, some of you say, ooh, that's too loud. No, it sounds like a big organ. So come and enjoy those. Now, a few other things. How many of you know Carla Connors? She's coming to sing a concert. The old time ensemble that you really like is coming back. The Hot Pepper Steppers and the Runaway Biscuit Band will be back. I don't know where they got the name. I wish somebody. We have the new harpist at FSU will be here, and the new flutist will be here. I can never remember the name of the group that was coming last year and had the fire. Pyramid Studios. The Pyramid Studios will be here next month. So this is just giving you an idea. There are lots of different things. As I've told you every year, I cannot please all of you every week. But hopefully I get some of you most of the time, okay? Yeah. Anybody can use that. We do the best we can, whenever we can. So anyway, now, I do have one thing I need to tell you. How many of you remember John McCall, who comes back to play the organ every year? He died last week. He had a heart attack. He has had an apartment in South Florida that he loved to go to. And when he had not responded back to his partner up in Atlanta that he had made the trip, they called the police, and the police found John just inside the door, dead with a heart attack. And I am crushed, and I know you all are too. So I'm finding somebody. I think I have somebody to fill that spot. Can't really, but you know what I mean. So anyway, but I just wanted to remind you that it's starting. These students come out here for free. Of course, we do give FSU a contribution at the end of the year, but they do their best. They love coming. You ought to see these people. When I see them off campus, they still, how's everybody? All this, they really enjoy meeting you all and feel like they've got some family. So, 7 o'clock on Monday night, starting the 23rd, I hope to see you all right here. Thank you.
Okay, I think we're done. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. So, is Miss Greta here? Good. Yes, I'm sorry, I'm not used to being here. I'm used to looking out from way back here. Do you mind coming up for a moment? I wanted to present this to you. Congratulations to the Volunteer of the Year. We've had it out front in the lobby for several months. We've been enjoying it. I know you would enjoy it too. You and I talked about you giving it to your son.
Yeah.
So I think this is a wonderful picture of you, and I know he'll love it. And I wanted you to have it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, it won't go in your purse. Oh, Jane Hudson, Resident Council President, come on up. Good morning.
It's so official. Good morning. I just want to first thank Gail for Friday night's Sounds of Silence. I think we all really enjoyed, and we really appreciate all the wonderful things. I personally really appreciated the time that he had the sing-along Country Roads, because, see, that was very personal to me, because I'm from West Virginia. So, anyway, it was a fun time. I do want to mention that Residence Council sponsors the Employee Gift Fund, and soon you'll be getting some information in the WOW and getting a letter, because that's so important for us to thank our team members. You know, throughout the year, often people will ask, can't we give them a tip? Can't we give them something? And, you know, the policy says no, but at the end of the year, they really appreciate what we offer to give them for Christmas. So just get ready for that information to come. Also, our ad hoc committee that is working with the lower level, and Marie Coward is working there. I think they had a meeting last week, and you know, coordinating the committee suggestions and what we can do. So we're really thrilled that that is coming to fruition in the plans. Also, many of you are probably involved in the ad hoc committee of Dempsey Mayo traffic issues, because I think members of that committee have been meeting with Emerald Chase and with Meandering Lane and with Covenant, and that's an ongoing process. So just wanted to update you on that. Beth Mercer wanted me to mention that there is going to be an upcoming sparkler training. Now, we don't exactly have a date or a time, but look for that for those of you, because I know we have, raise your hand if you're a sparkler. You know, we have quite a few individuals here, and it's a great service to Westminster. So if you're interested, maybe talk to a sparkler and find out more about it, and then look for the training that's going to be coming up. Also, I had a new resident came to me and said, you know, I'd like to volunteer. And I said, oh, great. You know, we have, I think, 26 committees here that are very active. I'm going to ask you again, how many are on a committee here at Westminster Oaks already? Raise your hand. Look at this. Isn't this phenomenal? So I told them that on the, you know, there's a wealth of information under the Residence Council on My W Life. And we have the chairs of all those committees, and if you look at something and you're interested, you know, contact that chair and volunteer, because we're looking for all of those individuals that, you know, keeps you involved and make new friends, and it's just a way to give back to our community. So I think that's it. So have a great day.
Thank you so much. Vicki Brown. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Thank you. Just wanted to start with our fun topic of COVID. As you've probably noticed in our weekly memo, we've had an increase in COVID, mainly amongst independent residents lately. So averaging about 8 a week that are reported to us. So we do want to encourage people to continue to report those. And just want to remind, I guess there was some confusion. Some people have said, you know, well, we didn't know who to report to. So if you call extension 480, you will get Kimberly, and she's our health resource nurse. That's who you need to report the positive cases to. So if you test at home and you're positive, call her at extension, our main number, and then extension 480. If you do not get her, if you'll leave her a message and your phone number, she'll call you back. And it's very important that she get the message so that she can do the contact tracing. That way we can notify other people that may have been exposed. We don't share with them who tested positive. We just let them know that they may have been in a setting where they were exposed to someone. So please do let her know. If you are symptomatic and you want to be tested and you do not have a home kit to test with or need some help with that, Curana does offer free COVID testing. So they are also located in the same space right now on the 4th floor in the clinic. And Jess or Brenda can do the COVID testing for you free of charge. And they are extension 231. That's Brenda Kiff's extension. So if you need to be tested. Okay. Other things that are coming up through our Health Resource Center is our flu vaccine and COVID booster. If you're interested in that, they'll be done on the same day. It'll be October the 11th between the hours of 9 and 1 here in the McGuire Center. I did bring a sign-up sheet and consent forms. I put them on the table over on the far side by the piano. If you would like to sign up today, you can. If not, you can still call the clinic anytime, extension 480, and sign up with Kimberly. And the consent forms, you can get both shots the same day if you wish. And there's 2 separate consent forms. The one for COVID says COVID on the top. The other one is for flu or RSV. We are not offering RSV on this date, though. It's only flu and COVID on this day. Yes, sir, you have a question? It is, I can tell you what it is. He wanted to know if the flu shot is the high dosage. I can tell you it says it's the 2425 Fluad, F-L-U-A-D, 0.5 ml syringe. That's really all it shares on here. And this is for the age group of 65 or older. So that's what you're looking for? Okay. It is the Moderna. She asked which is the COVID vaccine being offered. It is the 2425 Moderna Spikevax, it says, which is the most current. Yes, ma'am?
Is there any reason we can't get it sooner? I know we can go other places, but why
can.
don't we get it sooner here? So convenient.
We are receiving our flu vaccines through our pharmacy, Longevity Scripts, and they have scheduled all the communities for different dates, and that is the date we are scheduled. There's some before us and some after us, but they're scheduled throughout the end of this month and through October. So October 11th is the date we're scheduled. But like you said, you are welcome to get it somewhere else if you choose to sooner. Yes, sir.
How do we get our shot record from the state of Florida shot vaccine registry?
I will confirm, but I believe we will be able to pull that for you if we need to. We do have access because our pharmacy puts them in, usually your flu vaccine, but whenever they're here to do the vaccines, they do enter that information, so we're probably able to get to a copy of that. Otherwise, I'm not sure how you can go possibly and request it through, I'm sorry, the health department.
I saw a message somewhere, it said bring your shot record. I've had so many shots.
I'm sorry, yeah, you
will
will not need to bring it for, to get your vaccine. You just need to do the consent form. Okay, and let's see if there's any. I think that's all. Only once you sign up, Kimberly will call and schedule a time for you so that everybody doesn't show up at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. You know, we kind of want to see how many immunizers we have and how many people sign up, so it can be spread out through that time frame, the 9 to 1 on the 11th. And so she'll call and can narrow down a more specific time that works for you. Okay? All right. Any other questions? All right. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Tim Osborne, Director of Maintenance. You're just always full of good news.
I am.
Yes.
Guess what broke today? No. Oh, yeah, she's right. She had to rub it in. So not this Sunday, week Sunday, my wife and I are coming back because the AC system at my home is broken. So I had to go to Lowe's to get some parts. On the way back, I hit about a 400-pound black bear. My car did not like that. So after spewing liquids all over the side of the road, it was towed, and I haven't heard anything about it since. And so hopefully I'll be able to get some time this week to figure out what's going on with it. But anyway, yeah, that's part of life. It happens. And the bear, by the way, everybody asks, the bear was unconscious for about, I'd say 3 minutes or so, and then it sat up, fell down, sat up, fell down. Did that about a half dozen times. Excuse me, got up, took a step, fell down, took a step, fell down. And finally got off in the side of the woods. FWC was notified, and I don't know if they actually ever came to check on the bear or not. But it was a big bear, and he was fast. So much faster than I could brake. Okay, as always, campus lighting is looking really good. We have currently one light that's dim. It's not even out, and it's like, I want to shoot it with a BB gun so that the city of Tallahassee will come and fix it. But they're like, oh no, it's lit. It's like 2 lumens. No, it's not putting on any light. Again and again and again, yeah. Let's see, the new chiller motor is in town. It was a very slow boat from China that made its way to Charlotte somehow, and then obviously down to here. So we are starting the chiller work this week, preparation to install the new motor. Hopefully this new one lasts more than 2 weeks. We did complete a boiler retube on a big boiler that supplies hot water to Chasen, Azalea, Oak South, and Perry Center. So that work was completed last week, and we're starting on the second boiler this week. Again, there may be some, because we're having to mess with valves that don't ever get shut off or modulated. So you may have some lukewarm water occasionally, but we're trying to mitigate that. The fountain, what I've decided to do with the Hollow Oaks fountain, I'm sure you noticed over the weekend it was off. The forecast for the weekend was heavy torrential downpours. What happens every time we get a torrential downpour is that we get the big concrete flumes will allow sticks and debris to float into the holding pond as it's designed. Unfortunately, what happens with the pump running, it'll suck up the debris, and then the impeller inside the pump goes all to pieces. So to mitigate any damage, we shut it off for a couple days during the forecast for heavy weather. But it is back on today. I get asked a lot about that, believe it or not. Okay, downstairs, Oak South and Perry Center, remediation is complete, and they have started to build back maintenance area. Basically, we'll be able to move back in once we get some flooring down. Hopefully, that'll be accomplished this week, and we can move back in starting toward the end of the week. It'd be nice to have the department all in one area again, instead of scattered out across campus, it seems. And then, basically, as was said earlier by Jane, is the Dempsey Mayo extension really hasn't gone anywhere. I'm still waiting to hear from the developer. They're supposed to have an appraisal done and get back to us. So far, we haven't received anything from them, and we're just working through it. So that's pretty much all I have for updates. Any questions? Wow, really? Oh, damn.
Thank you. You were fast enough.
I tried to get out of here.
Tim, I don't have a question. I'd just like to make a comment. Your maintenance people that come, at least that come to our house to do things, are fabulous ambassadors for the maintenance unit of Westminster.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'll take more of those.
And
So-
here,
We're at Oh, there you go.
The pool pergola, what's happening, the pool house pergola?
To be honest with you, I'm still trying to decide what kind of design gets put in there. So it's still on the books to get done. We just haven't decided how to do it yet. It has been a while, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Is anything happening with the irrigation system?
Actually, week before last, we had 3 breaks in the main that supplies the whole campus. So we were down for about a week. But it is up and operational now again.
We haven't had it for a year.
Well, okay, that one I didn't know about. So where are we talking about?
On Meandering Lane. 3931, but we've reported it at least 10 times.
39,
31.
okay? Yes, sir.
What accounts for the water fluctuation in the hot tub, number one?
It has an autofill valve on it that is old. Basically, we're having to rework it every once in a while, but it is up and operational now.
And what's the news on the upgrade of the reporting system?
I'm not sure.
Well, tracking work orders that we
Oh,
turn in.
yeah, we're still, basically, we're working on that currently. I have a substantial number of work orders that have not been closed. That's not saying that they weren't completed, but they weren't closed, and we're working on that now to get those closed and get the system where it's not so unmanageable. Yes, ma'am. Hold on one second. Go ahead.
If I have a request for maintenance that's not an emergency, when could I expect a response?
Emergency is emergency, so we take care of those first. But within 3 days, certainly it would be, we would respond. Within 3 days, 72 hours. We're working on that too. Anyone else? All right, thank you for your time. Have a great day.
You let him off easy. Gail? With the foundation, good morning. Awesome event last week. Yeah, thank you.
Sang 60s and 70s songs all weekend. I don't know about y'all, but it was great. Again, good morning. I'm Gail Alexander. I work in the foundation office, and my job is to raise funds for residents and team members and enhancements on campus. And one of the funds that we have is for furthering education here for our team members. And I'm happy to announce that Maisha Perez, on behalf of our scholarship committee, will be awarded an Ora Cromhouse Scholarship. Maisha is an intern she was an intern here in 2019, and currently she is a social worker in our Bertrand Health Center. So she will be working on her master's degree in psychology from St. Leo University online courses, and she hopes to complete her master's by 2027. So thank you to all the donors that contribute to our team member scholarships. It really means the world to them. And, it just makes them a better team member, which everybody benefits from. Also, thank you to everyone who gave to our benevolent assistance funds over the summer during our annual Caring for Generations campaign. Even though the campaign has come to an end, benevolent assistance is needed all year long by our residents. And we hope that if you happen to think of giving a gift in honor or in memory of someone, that you will consider the benevolent assistance funds. And please keep in mind that when you do give a gift to the foundation, that it should be made payable to Westminster Communities Foundation, or you can abbreviate it to WCF. And please read my article in the WOW on page 5. And thanks to everybody who supports our Cultural Endowment Program. It was a lot of fun Friday night, And the next one will be in October. It will be a female comedian. We haven't had a female comedian in a long time, so this will be pretty interesting and a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Gail. Paul Davidson, Dining Services, come on up. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. So just a few things to go over, but we'll open it with the coffee machine. So the coffee machine has been kind of the crux for me in the last several weeks since it's been moved up here. So I just wanted to kind of help provide some context to why this thing has been such a problem for me. So it's been having an issue with getting overfilled, and then we're having to take it apart and re-clean it in order to get it back up and running. Just to provide some information on that system. So it does operate off of a touch screen, and what I believe is occurring is that when you're going over to make your selection on the coffee machine, it takes a moment for it to process the information to then begin brewing that cup of coffee. So if you're kind of really needing that caffeine for the day and you decide, you know what, I don't think it worked, I'm gonna press it a few more times, it saves all of those presses and then it continues to brew that coffee. So what has been happening, I think, is that it's an accumulative amount of coffee that's getting set up and it cakes up and then it breaks down. So my request is that we will continue to check on it regularly, try to make sure it stays clean, that it's operational. Just give it an opportunity to do its job for you, and just press it once and give it a minute and try to see if it is working before you decide to give it a few more tries, and then hopefully we can keep that machine working for everybody. So anyway, so a few things that we've updated on, specifically on My W Life on the dining services section. Obviously, we have added a couple of categories in there, so we have nine spots in that dining services area, My W Life. The things we've updated is in the dining reservations section. We have our standard reservation that's been in there. We've just updated the form. We've also added one for our brunch. Just for us, it kind of allows us to kind of see how we're trending in terms of numbers, gives us an idea of what our party sizes are if you happen to have a large group that you're bringing with you. So we've added that, and just this morning I've also added one for the steak dinner that we've reinstalled to do month to month. So that is once a month we're going to be holding our steak dinner, so that'll be a 2-dinner fob event that will be a coursed plated meal, and then we've incorporated a reservation system for that, for those of you that were requesting it. We have that in there now. And then with that one in particular, even though you can put a reservation in there, we will confirm with you on a reservation by reservation basis by either myself, or Michelle, so that we can make sure that we're confirming those reservations with you. Since that is a 2-fob dinner, we want to make sure that whoever has put in a reservation is in fact joining us for that evening. Moving on to the online meal order form, we've just done some updating, tried to keep that a little bit more simplistic and straightforward. We've updated our comment card system on there as well. That is fully operational and sends those to Michelle and myself immediately following those submissions. We have our favorites menu, which was always available. We just kind of given it a new name, and that is also on there with some changes that we have made to that menu that we were hopeful is been successful so far. We've heard some positive feedback on the salad additions that we've made, so please take an opportunity to take a look at that. And then we've also updated our catering event request form, so if you're looking to do some kind of function with us, there's a small request form on there letting us know your party size, what your budget is, what you're looking to do with us, and then we can get back to you fairly quickly on that so we can discuss those details further. And then lastly, one of the last updates we had done is adding a dining event calendar section so that we can put all of our dining events for the coming month or the month that we're currently in are now available on there as well. And that one, we've also put that calendar into the WOW, but just so that you know that the one on the My W Life, we're updating that on a regular basis. So since we can't really update the one that you guys get on paper, we were able to put it on My W Life so we can continue to update it if there are any changes, if there's anything that we want to add to our event programming, we're able to do it on that particular setup. One correction I wanted to make sure of is in the Clarion, the brunch is stated to be on September 25th. It is in fact on the 22nd. So just a little correction on that. September 22nd, which is the fourth Sunday of this month, is our Sunday brunch. We have our dining chat coming up this Thursday at 2 o'clock, right back here. If you'd like to join me and talk a little bit more about dining services and what we're doing, please come out. And then the last thing I wanted to close out with is our Dining Pulse survey. We had gotten our results back from all of you that put your submissions in. Again, for those of you that contributed to that, thank you so much for your feedback. It really helps us measure our progress, how we're doing, how things are going in dining services. In May, we received that we were 4th overall out of the 10 communities in Westminster, and at a percentage average of 87.8% satisfaction. And I'm pleased to announce that for the most recent one, we are now at 93.5%, which that's from you all telling us that we're on the right track. So thank you again for all of that feedback. It is really, really beneficial to us, because even if it's not the best news, it still helps us to make the corrections that we need to better serve you. So any questions? Couple, one in the back.
Good morning.
Good morning.
When is the prime rib Sunday dinner?
So
What
the
day?
prime rib will actually, it happens to coincide on the brunch as well on the 22nd, but that will be in addition to, it will not be replacing the prime rib. That'll be also on September 22nd, the same day as the Sunday brunch. The prime rib will be one of the primary entrees for the event.
I heard at a meeting here that it was decided by your crew, your workers, that to have the comment cards on the table just didn't look good. That's not like a home life table. Well, we know it's not a home life table. We're not supposed to be at home. We're supposed to be here, Westminster Oaks, having a nice supper or dinner. And you're so impressed with a menu or taste, you want to write it up right then. What the cards are no longer there.
Well, we can certainly make sure that we have those comment cards available. I think what we were also trying to do is promote that we have options for you to put your comments in. Not that it's an exclusive to the online system, but that we have multiple ways for you to communicate with us. Well, we can. Well, I understand completely. We can absolutely make those types of adjustments, for sure. Yes, we do have them available at the front as well.
I'm back on my prime rib Sunday. Could you put both prime rib Sunday and the Sunday brunches on a same schedule so that one is like the third Sunday of the month, one is like the fourth Sunday of the month, so that we always know and know what to count on, rather than one circling every 4 and one every whatever?
Sure, we
Put 'em
can
on a
absolutely
common
do that.
Because that would be nice instead of having them run together like that.
Of course. One more in the back.
Both the prime rib and the brunch are both very popular. Is there any way you could split them so there's not a mob scene on that particular Sunday and not other Sunday, not as much as other Sundays?
Yes, ma'am, we can absolutely look at that.
And the other thing is with the comment cards, it would be very interesting for you to do a study to see how many comment cards are coming now compared to previously. Just because
Yes.
of the problem of, or the change, I should say, of not having them at the table. It just might be of interest to you.
Yes.
I just want to verify, the Sunday brunch is the 22nd and the dinner, steak dinner is the 27th. Is that correct?
That's correct.
22nd and 27th, okay.
Any other questions? All right, thank you all. Have a great day.
Karen Oliveira, come on up. How are we doing in housekeeping? Oh, happy housekeeping. Toodles. Toodles. We have a pet name for each other.
Okay, good morning.
You just lost it.
Thank you. Okay, this week is housekeeping week. We're a little busy this week. We start today with breakfast. We was here early in the morning making some breakfast for the team members. I took the pictures, Miss Shannon. I sent to Miss Lynn already, in case. We're going to have activity every day during the week for all the housekeepers, floor techs. Thank you, everyone. You have any requests, send me email or send me W Live or give me a call. 317 is my extension, direct. If you want to talk with the floor tech or the supervisors for the houses or the health center, it will be 228. I really don't have anything else right now because we are focused on the housekeeping week and also with projects in the houses and the apartments. Any questions, concern? Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for the wonderful service that your staff does.
You're welcome.
I have had 2 recent floods from my refrigerator that flooded in the hallway. One I got taken care of in the evening by security getting the wet extractor, but the daytime one, housekeeping had no answer, wasn't able to call back. There's no separate option for floor tech or emergencies. I called many departments. They never floor extracted, they just put a fan, and I really think it went up in the wall because it did not sit in my apartment, the water, it went underneath. And I would like to figure a mechanism where someone could get in touch with someone when there's another flooding emergency because it filled the hallway, and I know some of it went up in the wall.
Sure, usually security, when they contact, nobody in housekeeping, they contact me. But
Well, that was the day security's number wasn't working, and I called administration, and I called housekeeping, and I called maintenance, who had told housekeeping and floor thing. I think it's a systems issue. It's not anybody's fault, but I think there needs to be a system in place so we
Sure.
could get water up. Because, I mean, I don't want that wall of mine looking like mold 3 feet up.
Yes, ma'am.
And thank you, someone recently cleaned the first floor porch. It hadn't been done regularly. There's a little anoles that leave their droppings every day. You're right outside of it and inside, and they did a really, really good job cleaning it, and I want to thank them.
You're welcome.
And I want to ask about more carpet cleaning, because as you come in, there's a lot of areas you can see where dirt's building up over the months, and I don't know what schedule you have just to look at that on the first floor. But thanks for everything that everybody does. It looks wonderful here. Thanks.
Thank you. Any other questions? No? Yeah.
That's yours. Thank you, Toodles. Kelly Skiba, Director of Volunteer Services, come on up. Good morning.
So I'll take a line from Miss Lynn and say, happy fall, y'all. We basically made it. So it's already September, which is great. Please turn in your volunteer hours. But the other great thing is the holidays are just around the corner. So we have a ton of volunteer opportunities planned coming up. And I'm pretty sure Lynn is going to talk to you a little bit about Active Aging Week. Our committee has been working very hard on putting some programming together for all of you, including some volunteer work. We're going to work with WT Moore. But I wanted to make you aware of some things coming up because I know next week or next town hall will be a quarterly meeting, so you won't be hearing from us. I'll give you a heads up, and you all will receive by email, and it'll be on my W Live. Second Harvest of the Big Bend, we have September 23rd, which is our regular packing day. It's off, and I know that goes against resident council, but that's because of the Labor Day holiday. Just kind of works out that way. October 18th, which is a Friday, again, because of the Columbus Day holiday, they moved it. So if you can't usually make it on Mondays, you got an opportunity to go on Friday. And then November 18th, that's our regular date. Coming up in October, Miss Vicky told you about the immunization clinic. I have had a request for some volunteers to help the clinic staff with that, helping to organize people. So if you want to stay here on campus and give some time, that'll be October the 11th. We will be starting having WT Moore come over for our Halloween parade and party. And then November the 4th, there will be a chorus concert at WT Moore focusing on honoring our veterans for Veterans Day. They've invited us to come, particularly our veterans. So please put that in the back of your mind. I believe it would be at 6:30 p.m. So we can organize going over there and supporting them for that. November the 4th is the Walk to End Alzheimer's. We'll be participating in that. And we will again be doing our Thanksgiving drive for Westminster Gardens. I'll stop there because we have more coming up for Christmas, but you can see we're going to be very active. So I hope you will join us. Please just drop me a line if you have any questions. Right, thank you.
Is there a question? Oh. See, that's how you do it. You just say goodbye and run.
You tried to get away, but you can't get away, Kelly. November 4th, where is the Alzheimer's Walk going to be?
No, it's at Cascades Park. And actually, that is the Christmas concert is November 4th. The Walk to End Alzheimer's is November the 16th. November the 16th, and it'll be at Cascades. It's the Veterans concert. I'm getting all mixed up with all my holidays. So November 4th, a Veterans concert over at WT Moore. November 16th, Walk to End Alzheimer's. It'll be at Cascades. Okay,
Any other questions? Good. Okay. Great. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly. Meredith Swain, our fitness coordinator, come on up. Good morning.
Been a while. Well, good morning. This week, we are celebrating Decades Music Week in our fitness classes. So some of you were with me this morning, and we were doing some weightlifting to 1940s. So that was interesting. Don't really match, but we did the best we could. So all week, we'll be listening to fun music. So if you find music motivating, now's the perfect time to come on into the gym. And we also have our Pathfinders trail walking group on the 20th. My goal with this program is every month we're going to explore a new trail here in Tallahassee. It just kind of gets us off campus, gives us the opportunity to explore some of these beautiful, beautiful trails that we have in the surrounding area. Get you all active, trying something new, trying something different. So I do hope you'll join us. If you need to sign up for that, just come see me or send me an email. We also have a new program coming, and I'm really excited for this one. We are going to be doing a turkey trot training program. So that's a lot to say all at once. The Turkey Trot is an annual race held in Southwood. It's a really fun opportunity. They offer a lot of different distances. There's a 5K, 10K, and I think even a 15K. And they do have a 1 mile. Okay, good to know. So we will be doing a training group not only with you all, but also with our team members. And so starting the first week in October, we will have practices twice a week. We'll have different levels for different kinds of experience. And we will just start walking a little bit more each week, and then we will end with the Turkey Trot in Southwood. So again, if you're interested in that, just come see me. We'll have a little chat, make sure that it's appropriate. We good? Okay. All right. Also, we will have a new class schedule in October. Remember that we're on a quarterly schedule. Your new schedule will be on orange paper, and I will have that available for pickup the last week of September, and as always, it'll be on My W Life. All right, questions, because I know I'm not allowed to walk away. No? Okay, I'm gonna walk away then. Goodbye. Miss Louise. The new class? She's asking what the new class is. I don't know that I have any like new classes in October. Yeah, it's just a new schedule.
Okay.
Yeah, just a new schedule.
Meredith, I do have a question for you. Did the brain class transfer from Tuesday so the trivia people can go?
Yes, ma'am. So it was requested that Total Brain Health be moved to a different day of the week so that our trivia experts can come join us. And yes, that will be reflected on the new schedule. Oh, we're not done. Yes, Flo Chi will also be added to the schedule with Lisa Jackson. Good. All right. Wait.
They're also going to add a boxing class. that
Yes.
Kim told
So
us.
yes, you guys are up and up on all the news here. Yes, Miss Kim from Sweat Therapy will be joining us for a second boxing class. She will not be available to teach the second class until November, so y'all get me. So I'll be teaching it for a little bit, yeah. Most likely Tuesday afternoon, but Kim and I are still working on. Yes. Kim and I are still working on hammering out that schedule. Yes, there will still be Friday, so Kim will be coming twice a week, and then we'll have the third day with Leslie. So boxing will still be 3 days a week, essentially. All right, good. All right, y'all have a great day.
Thank you, Meredith. Thank you. Lynn Kimmel, Resident Lifestyles. Come on up. Patsy stole a lot of your thunder.
That's okay. That's okay. She likes to talk as much as I do. So, yeah, my husband will text me something and I will call him back. And he'll say, you could have just texted me. No, I want to talk. So, anyway, I don't have much. Just to echo what Meredith and Kelly have already said, we've got Active Aging Week coming up from Monday, September 30th through Thursday, October 4th. We're going to kick that off on Thursday, I believe it is, September 26th. Is that a Thursday or Wednesday? Thursday, September 26th at 9:30 in the morning. Paul is going to do a pancake bar for everybody. So we'll have pancakes and sausage and coffee and juice and different toppings and additives that you can put in your pancakes. So we're going to kick it off that morning, 9:30 in the dining room. All of this information is on the front page of your WOW. And then we'll pass out schedules then. I'll let you know what all we've got planned for the following week. That will be fun. Today is supposed to be our happy hour where you bring the happy. That has going to be rescheduled for Wednesday of this week, but we're not doing happy hour. Tony, our musician, is unavailable this week, so we are going to do I Love My Country Day on Wednesday, 9/11. So we want everyone to wear red, white, and blue and come over here to the lobby, and we're going to enjoy apple pie and ice cream at 3 o'clock that afternoon. So that's this Wednesday, day after tomorrow. We're going to do red, white, and blue and apple pie and ice cream at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. and no happy hour today. Also, the last thing I want to touch on real quick is quality of life surveys. It's that time of year. We have them. They are in-house and will be distributed by the end of this week. Thursday or Friday, you should have them in all of your boxes. For those of you new to this process, Shannon is continuing the challenge that Don, Don, don't tell him I didn't know his last name. Wilson. Well, our first administrator was Don Long, and I almost said Don Long. And I went from Long to Don Harris, who used to be the foundation person. I couldn't come up with the right name for which Don I was talking about. All right, Don Wilson, who was our administrator prior to Shannon, issued the challenge. Each neighborhood who gets 100% gets a hamburger cookout. So Shannon is continuing that, although Shannon doesn't cook the burgers like Don did. Somebody knows you don't cook. So, and the way this works is when I give out we pass out the surveys on campus, we put a little AG or CG or whatever neighborhood we're giving them to on the bottom corner in the back. So be sure that if you turn that back in or if you mess up your comments on the last page, somebody last year cut theirs off, and I didn't know which neighborhood it was. So don't mess that up. Be sure you turn back in the one that you get. If you need a new one, come see me so we can give you one and label it and make sure that your neighborhood gets counted for. If you live in a neighborhood and someone in your neighborhood is in the hospital or out of town for whatever reason cannot do their survey, let me know so that it does not count against your neighborhood. If I distribute 30 to Hollow Oak and 2 people are out of town and this one is sick, then I will change that number to say 27 were distributed, so that when I get 27 back, you have 100%. Does that make sense? Okay, so y'all, I'm counting on y'all to help me because I don't always know who's where. So they will be distributed, and I will give you the deadline that I need them back, and we'll send them back to Orlando. And the communities that have 100%, last year, I think we had about half of the neighborhoods that had 100%. So we had a pretty big cookout last year, Paul. And we'll host that neighborhood. Paul and I have picked a date, but I don't remember what it is. So be on the lookout for those. You will not evaluate every department. They do half of the departments this year, and then the other half of the departments next year. Then the following year, you will evaluate the departments that you evaluated this year. Does that make sense? So when you don't see dining or residence, or I don't even know who's on it this year. I don't remember which cycle it is this year. But if you don't see a neighborhood on there, that's on purpose. That's how they do the departments. You don't necessarily evaluate them every year, okay? So these will be in your box. If you don't get one or if you need another one, please come see me. And there will be boxes in your neighborhood for you to return them to, and we will collect them daily and kind of keep a count and send out emails telling you how many this one has and that one has, encouraging you to get it done. So that's all I got for today. Questions, comments? Of course, Miss Mary Jane, what can I help with you with?
My husband will appreciate you forever. Remember all the hamburgers you've gotten him?
Yes.
All right. We have a number of new people on Covenant Lane.
Uh-huh.
So this quality of life service survey is a good question for them. If they haven't been here long enough to rate something, isn't there a not applicable? Okay, if I tell them to check that if they don't know an answer, does that go against how you're graded?
It's not supposed to. They changed it last year or the year before. It used to go against us. But it was either last year or the year before they changed that so that it does not count against us when they choose the not applicable.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for asking that.
All right. Thank you for telling me. Thank you for asking that.
Anybody else? Out here, yes, ma'am.
Yes, I love all the activities you plan. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
I'm Sally Butzine. I'm the president of FLYCRA, which is your Residents Association. And just a reminder, this was in the WOW. We're having a candidate forum on the 24th here in the McGuire Center, 7 o'clock. I think we've heard from almost all the candidates that are running, so it should be a real informational opportunity to hear from your candidates. And also in October, the forum is going to have a presentation from the League of Women Voters about the amendments, and that's going to be really important, so watch for information about that. But Thursday, the 24th, candidate forum, and we also are hoping somebody from the Supervisor of Elections Office will be here to do voter registration for anybody that may still need it, and particularly for our staff members. So that's coming up. Thank you.
Okay, one other thing I meant to say and forgot to say. The women's breakfast, all of you ladies out there, the women's breakfast is now going to be buffet, not served at the table, so it will be a buffet. The men got it first last week, and you're going to get it this week. New thing. Anything else? Perfect. Go make it a great day.
Oh, thank you, Lynn. Laura Seaton, come on up. Lifelong learning. Good morning.
Good morning. So a few reminders, OLLI registration at 2 o'clock in here today. You can learn about the classes, register, and ask any questions you may have about OLLI happening this fall. Also, Wednesday, 9/11, we are going to do at 8:46 a moment of silence, which is when the first plane hit. So we're going to do a moment of silence, and then we're going to be followed up by showing Flight 93, which is a accurate description of what happened on the flight that they've used using different phone calls and texts and stuff that happened during that time. So it's a really moving, good movie. So if you guys have a chance to do that, I know the time is a little odd, but I chose that for a reason. So 8:46 in here on Wednesday, 9/11. No, 8:46 a.m. Let's see. September 11th? Yeah. On the 18th, we're going to do our tech talk at 10 a.m. So if you have any tech-related questions, we'll be doing a little bit of information, and then we're happy to answer any questions. So feel free to bring your tablets, your laptops, phones, anything like that you have questions on. Let's see what else. Saturday the 14th, Mary, do you want to say something real quick about that? At 1 o'clock, I'll let her speak.
Hi, on Saturday the 14th, we have a speaker here, Dr. Juanita Gaston, who's a retired professor from Florida A&M, will be speaking on, it's called All Shakespeares Aren't from England, and it is a genealogical and Afro-American genealogical society and bicentennial program about an African-American family from South Leon County. It is a bicentennial event. I actually heard her do a webinar on it, and it is fabulous. So it's a really good learning experience.
So you guys try to come to that on the 14th at 1 o'clock in here. Should be really interesting. The forum on the 19th at 2, they are going to be speaking about surveying underwater care systems, which should be interesting. The 26th, our presentation is called Dear Friends at Home. It is from the Florida Archaeology Network. If you went on the cemetery tour where we learned about that, it's the same group that did that. A lot of you guys enjoyed that. They're going to be taking Civil War soldier letters from a soldier that was in Pensacola, and we are learning what he went through and his experiences through these set of letters they found to his family up north. So it's a really interesting presentation about what we can learn from his exact view of what he was seeing. I'm sorry, that is the 26th at 2 o'clock. 26th at 2 o'clock. Also, I think everybody probably saw the article on the WOW, but if not, we are working hard on My W Life to make it easier, more functional. Recently was added was the Going Away module. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's like a little suitcase truck thing. What's that called? What's it? Bellman's Cart. You can see I travel a lot. And you can go on that if you're going to be out of town. You can go. You don't have to make phone calls, fill out papers. Directly on that, fill that out, and that gets funneled to security so they know that you're not going to be here and you don't have to worry about calling and pushing buttons and them bothering your early morning sleeping so that because you forgot to fill that form out. We also have some more icons coming. We're cleaning it up for you, and we're adding some more really valuable stuff on there. So if you see some changes, we'll make sure to tell you. But just so you know, we're working really hard to get that the most efficient way it can be for everybody to use. Any questions? No? All right. I'm going to go quickly. Bye, guys.
Okay.
I have one more that I meant to do and forgot. I'm sorry. Can I butt in? I have one more announcement. On Wednesday, September 25th, 10:30 here in the McGuire Center, you are invited to come meet our new Vice President of Healthy Aging and Longevity. Her name is Kelly Stromberg. She was here last week or a week before, and some of you probably met her, saw her wandering around campus, but she will be here to talk about our Focus 5 initiatives that we've recently announced, including healthy aging and longevity. She will introduce herself and share about her experience to date in the senior living industry and share her vision about what healthy aging and longevity will mean for Westminster and its communities. So this is Wednesday, September 25th at 10:30 here in the McGuire Center, and this is on page 4 in your WOW. Thank you.
No, now it's Paul's turn. Everybody wants to come back up.
Well, you know, I got to try to please everybody, and because I am such a people pleaser, I am immediately responding to moving the Sunday brunch to the following Sunday, the 29th, so that we can return the brunch separately. It will remain, so prime rib night will be on the 22nd as scheduled, and the Sunday brunch will be moving to the following Sunday on the 29th. So there will be 2 separate events per just a couple of folks that might have spoken up while I said that earlier. Thank you.
We're getting faster and faster here. Wow. Did Peggy Key come this morning? Good morning, Peggy. Come on up. Good to see you.
Good morning. I just wanted to take an opportunity, and I do hope that most of you, all of you, know that Westminster has its own home care agency. Show of hands? Yeah? Okay, good. And so we've been, open and running since January, and we hope that we will be your preferred home care agency. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to meet with you, talk to you on the phone, or even come to your home. We hire home health aides and certified nursing assistants. So it could be something short-term, a pop-up, you just need help for a short duration, or maybe you're looking at aging in place and you need long-term help. We'd like to be there to be able to help you. And just like our Westminster Pharmacy, any money that we make above and beyond the cost of operation goes back into the community. And I'm here on the campus, so I have ample time and opportunities to come and check and see how things are coming along. And obviously, I take it very near and dear that we provide you excellent customer service. So, thank you.
I'm so sorry we've gone long today. I sure apologize for that. Really my only update is on the chaplain. So we will be interviewing another chaplain candidate this week to see if that person is a good fit for us. And so for all of you who pray for us, pray that we find the right person that wants to work and stay at Westminster Oaks. So, and I don't think I have anything else to follow up on except to answer any questions you may have if you have any. I will do my best to answer them. No? I know, how about that? All right, well, I hope you enjoy the weather. I hope you have a great month and look forward to seeing you around the campus. You take care. Thank you.